And it looks like Texas will be one of those states. Texas governor-elect and still the state's attorney general, Greg Abbott, insisting he will sue President Obama over his executive action on immigration. And governor-elect and current attorney general, Greg Abbott, joins us. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Greta.
Sir, tell me, what's the difference? Two Republican presidents have done essentially the same in terms of granting amnesty or not deporting someone. And the president has prosecutorial discretion on who he prosecutes, who as the head of the executive branch. So what's wrong with what he's doing compared to the others?
Well, you raised two issues. Let me try to answer them both. First, with regard to other presidents doing this in the past. One, remember, no one ever filed a legal challenge about those issues, so no court ruled on it. However, I can tell you there is a difference. The difference is both Presidents Reagan and Bush were executing laws that were passed by the United States Congress when they issued those executive orders. What President Obama is doing is he is issuing an executive order because Congress will not pass a law. That's completely different. As it concerns the prosecutorial discretion, understand this. While the president or his attorneys may have the discretion whether or not to prosecute someone, they don't have the authority to give rights to people they are not prosecuting and put burdens on other agencies to carry out all these orders. So this is, as you know, far from prosecutorial discretion.
See, I think that's sort of the key issue in terms of the prosecutorial discretion. Is he can say, I'm not going to prosecute, I'm not going to deport a single person here illegally. But what he can't do is say, but I'm going to give you work papers, because that's a legislative function.
Greta,
that's what he can't do.
Yeah, if that is what this case turns on, we have victory, because there is no such thing as prosecutorial discretion to an entire class of people like this. Let me give you an easy example. If a president can do this, then a president could also say, you know what, for the next 4 years of my presidency, I am not going to prosecute anyone who does not pay their income taxes. That would be a way to give a writ large tax break to all Americans. And, of course, that would lead to chaos with regard to our system. So you cannot have an at-large decision to not prosecute an entire class of people. But it goes beyond that, Greta, because this is not just not prosecuting someone. This is giving rights and benefits to those who are violating the law. The president does not have that power.
All right. In order for you to go to court, you have to have something called standing. You've got to show you've been harmed. So tell me how Texas is specifically harmed so you can even get into the door of the courthouse.
Several things, Greta. One, you yourself saw the results of DACA, the Deferred Action for Childhood Immigrants, and the way that led to 1,000 people a day across the Texas border from Central America. So the cause and effect relationship about these executive orders has already been established. It's anticipated that this presidential order will likewise have a similar cause and effect relationship with regard to future efforts of people trying to come across the border. In addition to that, Greta, because of the president's prior order, Texas has already sustained costs into the millions, maybe into the hundreds of millions of dollars. A third thing, Greta, that I will throw in to toss in another case, you may remember Massachusetts versus EPA, where the United States Supreme Court says that states have standing under parens patriae. The standing that Massachusetts had in that case is weaker than the standing Texas has in this case.
All right, I'm told we have to go, but just tell me quickly, when you're filing?
Greta, it will be any day now. We are dotting the I's and crossing the T's.
All right, well, come on back as soon as you do. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.